this is a special season. I mean, it's so unique, and we'll go over all the specific reasons. I'm sure you guys got to it throughout the afternoon, but like we're seeing stuff with this Broncos team that's never been done in the history of the NFL, and I don't know how this is going to end. I really don't, but the ceiling is the sky. The ceiling is the sky, and I heard you guys, coming in. You were saying Super Bowl 60 is the Broncos till it's not. Admittedly, I giggled a little bit. Not audibly, but like in my head of like, and if we look, this is the same sequence from last Monday.
Yeah.
When I say 13-3 is okay.
Yeah.
Cease is fired up. I got it. But it's like it's at a certain point 10-2. 10-2.
I like the way you're approaching this, ZB, and I think it's beneficial for all of Broncos country. And I said it on the postgame show last night. This is just who they are. They're going to win close games. They got 7 wins, which ties the NFL record, and it's been done by like half a dozen teams.
Yep.
7 wins of 4 points or less. This is just who they are. So your next game against the Raiders, probably going to be a close win. Your next game against the Packers, probably going to be a close win. Jaguars, whatever's next, probably going to be a close win.
I can see the Packers, the Chargers,
Jaguars,
the Jags, those being close wins. But how the offense has played for the last 2 games, the Chiefs and now the Commanders, where they were able to sustain some drives, find ways to score when it mattered the most. Like, I think it's going to be a different story going up against the Raiders. And I know we're going to talk about the Raiders just because the Raiders are down and out. They're ready to go home. If it was up to them, they would not show up anymore. And for the Denver Broncos, they have everything out in front of them. They have a chance to win 13 or 14 games. Are you serious? So it's just a different atmosphere, and they are finding ways to win. They're finding ways to win with the defense, special teams, offensively, the coaching staff, you name it. Everybody is just all in.
See, and I think what you're saying is interesting to me, Zach, and it's something I presented to Cecil of like, I think we're all kind of where you are, where some of us, I think we leaned more into the Broncos figuring it out. Some people had a bunch of questions, which were fair questions about what the offense is.
Yeah, they were all fair.
But now for and maybe it's just longevity, and maybe it's enough sample size where we all go, hey, what you just said, we're okay with these 1 wins. They're not that good on offense? Well, they've won 10 of their 12 games. Oh, they struggled on defense last night? Well, the offense showed up. They've won 10 of their 12 games. I told Cecil earlier, you can't say fraud when you've won 10 of the 12 games that you've had. Well, so I think we've all collectively just accepted, like, this is who they are, and this is good enough right now. You know what?
This just popped in my head when you used the word fraud. There was a team last year who I think won 14 games.
Minnesota?
Did they win 14 or 15?
13 or 14.
I think it was 14.
Was it 14?
14-3.
Yeah.
And they had a game late in the season.
It was against the Lions.
Against the Lions.
Yeah.
And it was the most wins in NFL history for a Week 16 game. And they had like 30 wins between them or whatever it was.
Right.
Man, that team could not do anything to prevent that label from getting slapped on them. And so for people around the country, the Broncos are still fraudulent. Not to everyone. Obviously, it's too much of a blanket statement and too big of a country. But, like, there's nothing that the Broncos are going to be able to do for some people to prevent them from saying, I just don't believe. I just don't believe, because you have a team that's a 10-2, but also leads the NFL in 3-and-outs and punts and penalties. So it's like, if you want to argue why the Broncos are fraudulent, you have some ammunition to do it. But at a certain point, the NFL is the jungle, and they just keep on coming out with another pelt on the wall. And I'm not fighting or resisting it anymore. It's
they're winning games, and they find ways to win. I don't even get nervous anymore. I just sit back and say, okay, what's going to happen at the end of this game? Like, what is is Bo Nix going to have a fourth quarter comeback or
here we go again,
win, or is the defense going to get a turnover, or hey, special teams, Will Lutz with the big is he going to come up big for us?
The most refreshing thing for me, and Phil backed this up better than any of us, it's not about next year. Yeah. That's I said that earlier.
No,
I'm so glad that's put to bed of like, well, and it takes time to build. No, it doesn't. They've built it. Go win the damn thing. You're here now. And Phil, do players say next year, or do players say, let's go get that thing?
I mean, maybe the players that are going to be there for a while, but a lot of us players know that it's game by game, it's year by year. So if you have a chance to win it now. Give yourself a fighting chance to get on the team next year. So they're all in, and they know that they can do it because the landscape of the NFL right now is wide open. So it's like, why not them? And Sean does a great job of painting that picture of what it's going to look like. And he painted that picture early this year during camp where he's like, hey, we're going to a Super Bowl. He told us that. He told his team that because he truly believes it. And now everybody is all in. Even the fan base is all in now.
And the fan base was all in last night in an opponent's stadium.
Yeah, literally.
You hear that,
Did you hear that?
crowd
Literally
on the bat down from Benito?
A takeover.
Dude.
And just the audible chants coming through the TV copy of Let's Go Broncos. And Phil, you mentioned something, and it relates to something I mentioned last week, this 1 week ago today. You said, I don't get nervous anymore. Cease, you've had fun with me in the past saying, hey, you don't really know Broncos country, right? And because I pulled into town in 2017, and that was really the start of the losing. So I like last year, and there's been other stretches where, like with Russ, they had the NFL's longest winning streak, and there's been moments with Trevor Siemian, and we thought it could be a thing or whatever. Fill in the blank, the Drew Lock fun and all that stuff.
Sure.
So it hasn't been all bad. But in general, I have gotten so accustomed to the Broncos losing games and letting the fan base down because that's been my only frame of reference. And if you are a dog that gets hit on and beat on throughout your life, your owner might not go to hit you. He might sneeze, but that dog might still flinch. And so that's kind of how I've been conditioned through the years with Denver Broncos football, quite frankly, walking in my own shoes. So like they've been winning these games in week 4 or 5, 6, and I'm like, when's the other shoe going to drop? Then 7, 8, 9, and then it's 10, 11, 12, and like it is getting to a point where I'm unwinding how I've been conditioned, and I know that because last night I never thought they were going to lose that game ever, and they were in prime time on the road, and in some ways getting outplayed, and
It's tough to unlearn.
Yeah, true, and it's like, but it's getting to a point here where I'm like, they got this. They're somehow, some way going to pull that out, and I just did not envision that for my own self back in August when I was kind of rolling my eyes at some of the stuff that you were saying.
One of the cooler things, I've shared this with Cecil a bunch in our audience of this season, has been texting with my grandma. My grandma is a diehard Broncos fan. She loves you, Phillip.
All right.
Diehard Broncos fan.
At least somebody loves me now.
And texts every game, multiple texts. She sent it multiple times, but again, last night, the most recent. I'm doing what I do. I'm like, come on, Grandma, you got to get better on defense, and doing what I do. My grandma's like, hey, fourth quarter will come, they'll be all right. I'm like, my grandma taking the same approach that we should all be taking. It's just been cool, man, of the city of like, you're getting to experience it for the first time of King Soopers is fun to go to on Sundays. The city's got a buzz around it. There's a vibe out there today because of where the Broncos are, man. And it's been a decade since this city's got to get behind this team, and it's a special place when they can.
And I'll tell you this too. My boy Kistner last week asked me a question that I hadn't considered. So in 2022 and 2023, and I've shared this, when the Avs were going on that run, man, I was convinced they were going to win it. And I had watched it build since I got to town, in 17, and then same thing with the Nuggets. And I basically made a promise to myself doing this job saying, I'm going to be in the building for these games. Not with a credential, not that there's anything wrong with that. And by the way, I was in the building with my credential most of the time for Nuggets because I went to every game. Avs, I wanted to be there every round.
Yeah.
And Kistner, he goes, hey, are you going to be in the building if they go on a Super Bowl run? And I'm like, it's almost stopped me dead in my tracks. And I'm like, I had not considered that. But the answer has to be yes.
Yeah.
And I don't like going to a lot of games because I'm at home and working and taking my notes. And
Football's better at home.
It is. And if I'm there, I want to be in the crowd and be getting after it and having a good time,
Start doing the wave. Take the shirt off.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Have a big E right here on his chest.
I've been around ZB when he gets after it. He's a professional. He's the best.
But it was like something I hadn't considered, and it took me about 10 seconds. I'm like, yes, I will be in the building. Doesn't matter how much it costs. This is a special, unique, potentially once-in-a-lifetime experience, and this is now how I'm thinking. It's just crazy.
Let's just enjoy the ride. Let's just enjoy the ride, man.
Yes, and we all could be as a station out in Santa Clara here in about 2 months.
Think we'd have any fun?
Goodness
What did
gracious.
she just say? Professional?
That's the pro. I'm just following Zach. That's why I'm just following him.
How did the Broncos get to 9 straight dubs? That's next.
It was a back-and-forth, penalty-filled battle, but the Broncos walked away victorious thanks to an overtime touchdown from R.J. Harvey and a game-saving stop by Nick Benito. With another gutsy win under their belt, has Denver proven that they have the makeup of a championship-caliber team. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
The holidays, the lights, the joy, the awkward moments in the bedroom you'd rather forget. Remember the first time the ho-ho-ho didn't quite go? And you told yourself, hey, no big deal. It happens to everybody. Then it happened again, and then it happened for a third time. And suddenly, you're avoiding the mistletoe like it's a live electric wire. Meanwhile, your partner is giving you that look like, what's wrong with you? And maybe what's wrong with me? And it shouldn't be like that, because it's not on your partner. It's on you to get the right treatments. And I'm here to tell you that Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic treatments work when the pills and herbals fail you. They have treatments with success rates well over 9%. And some of these treatments can have you last an hour or even more. So what you need to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today. Your initial visit is only $99, and this will include a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And here's the kicker, gentlemen. If the test dose does not work in the office, the visit is absolutely free. And they have 5 locations out there to serve you as well, so there are no excuses. Go get treated. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So this holiday, give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. I'm going to be blunt. If your windows are drafty, sticking, or leaking, cold nights are costing you money. In January, they'll cost you even more. Window prices are going up. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton is locking in 2025 pricing, but orders must be placed by December 31st. Don't let the 2026 price increase punch you in the wallet. Order by December 31st or you're paying 2026 prices. Go to windowsforyourhome.com or call them at 303-794-0490.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Happy holidays, Colorado. This is David Szymanski with U.S. Mortgages, and after 30 years, we could not be more thankful and grateful to this great state and all the people who have contacted us and trusted us for their loan needs. Remember to take time to reflect on what matters most this holiday season, like family, friends, and God. We are in such a blessed country, and we all have so much to be thankful for. So from all of us to all of you, thank you and happy holidays.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Monday, December 1st. December 1st. And the Denver Broncos have not lost since September.
Let that sink in.
Holy freaking moly. It doesn't feel real.
That was guacamole. Holy guacamole.
It can be that too. I mean, goodness gracious, it doesn't feel real, but seeing is believing. An overtime W for the first time in a decade. We have so much to get to. What up, Phillip Lindsay?
What is going on? I just have to say this right now. The Denver Broncos, they can't be killed. Like, literally, everything they do works. You could try to wear them out like a Buster
Douglas?
Buster Douglas. Back in the day when he was able to go the distance with our boy Mike Tyson. That's what the Commanders just tried to do to the Denver Broncos and weren't able to do it. So everything is great here in Denver. I'm glad that you're finally getting to experience this, Zach. Growing up here, being able to watch the Broncos go to multiple Super Bowls and just be a really good team, like it's a different feeling when Denver's winning games.
Yeah, it's I mean, goodness gracious, this job is just infinitely more fun. It just infinitely. And once in a while, there'll be a goofball listener, because we're being critical, will say, "Man, you guys want the Broncos to lose." Like, do you know how insane you sound? This has been the most fun season that I've had since coming here. It's not even close. It's next level. It's unique in the literal sense of the word, and we'll go over some of the stuff that just hasn't happened that's happening to this Broncos team. I'm just flabbergasted that.
I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm fired up.
Same.
I mean, damn, man,
Same.
we're winning games. Every time you turn on that channel, you're saying the Denver Broncos have a great chance to win this game, whoever they're playing. That's insane to think, and they're doing it in style. Yes, it's not going to always be how you want it to be.
I don't know about how much style.
Those are style points, Zach.
What style points? Winning by one in overtime?
That's a style.
No, that's a style. That's not style points. Style points is running it up on someone.
All right, so style. It's a certain style.
It is a certain style. It is a certain style. It's a freaking heart attack style. I mean, this team is nuts. It's just nuts. They're incredibly resilient. I'll give them that, man. The fact that it's December and they haven't lost in September, that sentence is just nuts, Phil. It's nuts.
They can do it, Zach. They could win it all, but
they can
get to a Super Bowl. Now answer me this for you. You got to witness an Avs parade, a Nuggets parade.
Yep.
In both those situations, you felt that they were going to win it all.
Yes.
How does it feel with this Denver Bronco team? Because it's a little different, I feel, than with the Avs and Nuggets where they were dominating.
Yes. Yeah, you want to know that's a great question. One that I hadn't really thought about.
I was at the kitchen table saying, how can I stump Zach today?
I was so bullish on those teams winning it all. And in particular with the Nuggets, so bullish on them winning it all an entire year in advance. And I coined this phrase of the 2022 season. This is the year before the year. And I must have said it 150 times over the course of a 7-month season. So this is not that. In terms of this has crept up. The Broncos had a win total from the quote-unquote experts of 9.5 that they just covered before the calendar flipped over to December. So
take that, experts.
But at the same time, I'm starting to get that feeling of is this Broncos team just becoming, and this is going to be the wrong wrong phrase. I'm just telling you. But it's like, is this Broncos team becoming inevitable? Like, are we seeing all the signs of, like, there is a magic to this team?
Like, it's meant to be.
Yeah, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. The Nuggets, for me, were more inevitable. That is more of an appropriate, I think, phrase for who they were at that time with that landscape and that collection of people.
Like, it was just going to happen. As long as people stay healthy, players stayed healthy, they were going to win it.
Dude, think about this. They went to the title 16 wins, 4 losses. The Avalanche went to the Stanley Cup. Identical record, 16 wins, 4 losses. So that was like, you talking about style points and like just like, man, just a team being dominant and just like, whoa, like this is a juggernaut. I don't think that's what these Broncos have been by evidence of the razor-thin margins that they've been winning these games by, but it's a different it's in that same, it's under that same family of not quite inevitability, but there's a magic to this, and I'm just obeying my eyes and my instincts, and I'm not being resistant. I'm not fighting this thing. This team, this has the makings of a Super Bowl
Zach,
team.
The Broncos are winning every way possible. We said it earlier, the defense, the special teams, the offense, coming back in fourth quarters, winning in overtime. What more do they need to do other than continue to win, but also stay healthy? Like, this season is special. And by the end of this, if we can get to a Super Bowl, if the Denver Broncos can get to a Super Bowl and win it, it's going to be a 30 for 30.
Truly.
Starting from the Russ and Sean Payton era and how that worked out to how they got to Bo Nix. And then the next year, you win it all? Crazy. What?
It literally has the makings of a documentary. It actually does. And you have all these subplots with new ownership and, you know, the team being ran by a trust for as long as they were, and Sean Payton and having to trade a first-round pick for him and then eating the dead cap of Russ. And it's insane. It's insane. And to put some color to it, the Broncos have now won 7 games by 4 points or less. That is the most in NFL history. And there's still 5 games left on the schedule. 202 times ever in NFL history, a team has trailed in each of its first 12 games of the season. Think about this. Lock in for this. 202 times ever in NFL history, a team has trailed each of their first 12 games of the season. The 2025 Broncos are the only one of the 202 that have trailed every game through 12 weeks. They're the only one that's ever won 10 games. It should be impossible.
Yeah, that's insane.
No team's ever won 9 games with that setup. And it's just the Broncos have some...
They just believe. Like, they just find ways to win. They've been through so much together that it's like, hey, we're going to believe until we can't anymore. We're going to trust our coaching staff in the process. We're going to trust Bo Nix. And then, of course, the defense. We're going to trust that the defense comes up big for us, or Will Lutz comes up big for us, and they have. Everybody has answered the bell. And that's all you can ask for. And look at us now. 10-2.
It's nuts. It's nuts. 10-2. 10-2. But still, like I said to the fellas in the crosstalk, 10-2, but still leading the league in 3-and-outs, punts, and penalties. There is an element of, like you brought up the Avs a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
And with the Stars, with Pete DeBoer.
The black magic you talk about.
Yeah, it's like there's black magic with that man over the Avs. There is something going on here. And I don't know what it is, but it feels different. And I don't know if it's the DT stuff from earlier in the season. I don't know if it's the football god smiling down on someone.
Maybe it's Sean Payton doing rituals. We don't know.
It might be. There might be blood spilt on Saturday nights ahead of these games. I don't know. But whatever it is.
Well, everybody's living right in the locker room. Everybody's doing the right things, and it's helping them out on that football field.
Crazy, man. Just absolutely crazy. Okay, what did we make of Bo Nix under the bright lights of Sunday Night Football? That's next.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan at Blue Sports Stable in Superior for our Denver Sports Equipment Drive, benefiting Recruiting Classroom. We're taking donations of new or gently used sports equipment through December 20th. Head to denversports.com/equipment for a list of drop-off locations and most needed items. And help us spread some cheer this holiday season.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you listening right now who are thinking about popping that question, and you know you need a diamond. So I'm going to save you time and money right now by telling you this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers, for that perfect diamond engagement ring or the ultimate holiday gift. Or hey, just because that special somebody really deserves it. This holiday, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you comfortable and feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, and the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secret of the business with you, they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue, and also in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Visit our Denver Clearance Center during our Black Friday sale going on now. Save up to 75% on name brand appliances like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, GE, and Bosch. With unbeatable prices on top quality appliances, now is the perfect time to upgrade your home. Don't miss out on these exclusive deals. Visit us today at the Denver Clearance Center. When you think appliances, think Mountain High Appliance. Open 7 days a week.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you. At Postman Law, we're not your typical personal injury firm. Our lawyers have argued and won at the United States Supreme Court. We've gone head-to-head with giant corporations like Uber and Amazon, and we've helped clients recover billions in verdicts and settlements. We bring that same firepower to every case, no matter the size. When you've been injured, having the right lawyer matters. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise, Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney advertising.
Hey, it's Mike Evans with Todd Whalen from Advanced Tax Solutions. Well, Todd, it couldn't last forever. The government shutdown is over. The IRS is back and ready to roll. What does that mean for folks who have an IRS bullseye painted on their back?
Well, Mike, we've seen this once before. They were completely closed during the pandemic. And what happened? They came out with their gloves on and started levying people. So now, if you have an IRS problem, it's way better if you can get a solution before you get the levy notice. You have more options, you have more time, we have the ability to do a better job. So if you're ready and it's time to get this IRS problem off your back, now's the time.
All right, Todd, I get it. The IRS is back. They mean business, but you know what? You mean business too. You've been doing this for a long time. You're ready to help folks out with all of their IRS tax issues. Give Advanced Tax Solutions a call today, 303-753-6040. That's 303-753-6040.
Payton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Life happens, and then debt happens. Your laptop dies when you need it most. A hospital bill hurts more than an injury. Enter End Credit Union with a free debt consultation and a plan built just for you. Ent is here to help you break the debt cycle and get your finances on track. Debt happens. Ent helps. Schedule your free consultation at ent.com/coaching. Standard account and credit qualifications apply.
Friday through Monday, it's the 4-day Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Shop deals while they last, plus 60 months no interest. Black Friday sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
What did we make of Bo Nix under the bright lights of Sunday Night Football? Oh, man, there is so much to get to in this game. There's just so much happening with this football team.
That Sunday Night Football game was fun. Everything happened. All type of different emotions came out of my body. From excited, happy. I was never nervous. I was like you. I thought we were going to win that game. But it's like there was times where, even for the Commanders, why are you doing this? There was a couple questionable calls from the Commanders like, why did you do that? Which you helped us out for, so thank you.
Yeah.
But just as like a fan, you're looking at this game like, man, even the Commanders made it harder than it had to be. Just like at times Denver made it harder than it had to be. But that's football for you. That's
football.
Why you play 60 minutes of football.
No, that's right. And, you know, there was actually a couple calls that went against the Commanders in a meaningful way that really helped out the Broncos. And that, you know, there's a lot of belly aching on social media, typically on a Sunday, of the calls that go against the Broncos. And, I mean, goodness gracious, that
you better not have tweeted it out there, though, because if we would have tweeted out saying, hey, that was a bad call going against the Commanders, oh, Lord.
Oh, I'm sure. But so I want to get to Bo.
That's Bo.
What did you make of Bo Nix under the bright lights of Sunday Night Football? How did Bo Nix play?
Franchise, my man. He's a franchise quarterback. He did what he needed to do, Zach, from start to finish. Was it perfect? No. I'm not expecting a young quarterback to be perfect. I'm not expecting any quarterback to be perfect. Hell, Patrick Mahomes goes out there, he throws for 300 yards, and then you look up and he'll have a couple interceptions. It happens. But for Bo Nix, he played the most confident game that he has played this year.
Even over the KC game.
Because he was completing passes on the run. He was smiling. He was stepping into his throws. He understood what he needed to do. He was dissecting the coverages. He was checking the different plays. It was just a different guy out there, Zach. And then he topped it off with a Patrick Mahomes-like touchdown where he's falling to the ground, almost hits the ground but doesn't, hits Cortland Sutton, who was in stride in the end zone for a touchdown. Like, those are big-time plays, and only really good quarterbacks can make them. Bo Nix a really good quarterback.
He was a really good quarterback yesterday for sure. And you talk about one, he reminds me, and this is not the first time I'm bringing this up, but he's got a little bit of Jamal Murray in him. Where Jamal, at the end of a basketball game, there are a few people in the NBA that I want the ball in their hands more than Jamal Murray.
You say that all the time.
But he drives me sometimes nuts with the inconsistencies. Now, this season is a bit of a different season. I think he's having his best fall going into winter that he's ever had. I know. And so that's always been my question about Bo is like, can you be a more consistent version of yourself? That's what separates star players from everyone else. Because a lot of these guys they're in the league. They can shine on a particular Sunday, but can you do it Sunday in and Sunday out? And Bo is rounding into form. Again, was it perfect? No. There was the ugly interception, a couple off-target balls that are frustrating. But in general, 29 of 45 for 321 yards. Had that highlight touchdown that will go on his career highlight. Like when his career's over. That pass to Cortland Sutton is making the career highlight.
Most definitely. And he's going to have a bunch of them as his career goes on because he's that good. But, I mean, for Bo, Zach, it's every time he got out of the pocket, his eyes downfield.
Yep. Well, he throws out of the pocket more than anyone in the NFL right now.
Exactly, but now he's hitting on it. He's more accurate with the ball.
Yeah, agreed.
That's the part that's amazing to me now. It's like we're starting to see Bo Nix at his best. Bo Nix, the Bo Nix that was at Oregon. He's getting comfortable. He's getting confident. He's understanding what Sean wants. And I continue to say the check, but there was a huge check that he checked into in the overtime minutes to Evan Ingram, where it was a check where my guessing is they were going to do some goals. But how the defense was disguised, it was a man look. Bo Nix dissects it. He sees the disguise, says, okay, I'm getting ready to go after you. Checks it to a man beater, and you have Evan Ingram on Bobby Wagner.
Right.
Old-ass Bobby Wagner that can't cover one-on-one anymore.
Made him look silly.
It's called a jerk route.
Of course it is.
It's called a jerk route.
Because you make him look like what?
Like a jerk. And there you go. And then you have Evan Ingram that dashes for 41 yards.
Crazy.
Like that right there is a maturing quarterback that is understanding what has to happen in a clutch, big-time moment that ends up with a touchdown for R.J. Harvey. Like, those are big-time plays that help you out in a long season, and Bo Nix is getting it right now. So that's why I said the most confident game Bo Nix has played so far.
I like it. Not a lot of pushback from me. I agree with almost everything that you said right there.
Oh, and franchise him.
He did look like a confident and calm.
Yeah.
You know, when we were doing these shows in September and October, when we'd be like on location somewhere previewing on a Bud Light Football Friday, we'd say, what does Bo Nix need to do this weekend to have success?
Yeah.
More oftentimes than not, I would start off my sort of forecast going into his weekend of he needs to relax more. He's gripping the steering wheel so tight and just relax. He was so tightly wound in the first couple months. Yeah, he looked like a lot of those months he looked like skittish rookie Bo, September Bo, rookie year. And in the Kansas City game, he really started to settle down. And last night, man, he showed real poise, you know, and I am seeing what I need to see. And you've brought it up now 6 times since the start of the show. Franchise.
I had to, Zach.
I am starting to see. I am seeing it. Like, obviously, I've said the whole time, I believe he's going to get there. But I'm seeing the signs that I need to see personally.
Yeah.
To say, like,
everybody's different.
Yep. Like this young man's on his way. This young man is evolving in real time. And it's just so encouraging. It's so encouraging. And I would just, because I still see people really crush Bo, you know, on social media in particular. And I know there's, I'm sure some folks in our market who do this job or some version of it that are down on Bo and don't believe. I would just say I would have the same I would tell those people with Bo the same approach I have for the Broncos. Are there things to nitpick and be critical about with the Broncos? Yes, and we will do those things. But in general, big picture, we need to not grip the steering wheel so tight. We need to just enjoy this because Bo is evolving on the arc that you hope a young franchise quarterback would.
This is his second year in the league.
Right.
And yet some people out there are going at him like he's been here for 4 or 5 years. This is his second year in the league. Sean Payton's offense is hard to get. He's starting to really understand it. Sean is putting more on his plates, giving him the checks, giving him the opportunities and the freedom to say, hey, if you don't like what you see, you can check it to another place. See, that's where Bo Nix went wrong last year when he checked that play to Troy Franklin that should have been a touchdown. You have someone like Sean getting upset with Bo saying, what are you doing? You're not ready for that yet. Just stick to the plan. Well, this is year 2. And Sean himself is letting go of the steering wheel saying, hey, this is your team. Go out there and play free. Go out there and make the plays. Players make plays. Players win games for you. And Bo Nix went out there and helped us win this game.
Here's Sean Payton talking about Bo Nix playing well down the stretch.
Look, end of half, end of game, you know, those critical moments. That was an amazing throw. We were worried his knee was down. But, you know, he had good poise, good command, was smart.
I would challenge anyone out there, and I watched a lot of NFL football, don't remember every touchdown, but I would challenge someone to say, find me a better pass yesterday. Find me a better touchdown pass on week 13 in the NFL than what we saw at the end of that half. And that was an important drive at the end of that half. I mean, it really was. So
you're talking about 2-minute drill. That's where quarterbacks get paid. End of half, end of game.
Yep.
And Bo Nix went out there at the end of half and was able to get a touchdown, which helped us win this game. Like, that's how you get paid if you're a quarterback.
Yep, and that's when Bo shines the brightest.
Yes.
That's when he does. 10 different receivers caught a pass yesterday.
There you go.
First career road game with 300 passing yards or more from Bo Nix. We're seeing it. Seeing is believing. Okay, the Broncos' defense was getting mixed reviews last night. What did we make of the Broncos' strength? That's next.
It'll be fine by dusk, but I'm telling you, baby.
There's something in the orange and blue coming to Empower Field next August. Zach Bryan is bringing his With Heaven On tour to the Mile High City, and we want you there.
Let me go.
Download the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan app and click on the contest banner to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the hottest show of the summer.
We're having an all-night revival.
Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Cudarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cudarelli for a live webinar December 10th at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cudarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cudarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Cudarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's December 10th at noon. coloradorle.com.
Dan Jacobs for 303 Law 4040, and I'm here with that beautiful voice you hear on the other end of the phone oftentimes when you call 303 Law 4040. It's my lovely wife, Kimberly. Kim, I know you and I had so much fun the other day. We actually met with a couple that had been in an accident up north in their house the other day, and Randy was so excited. He's like, I can't believe it. It's the lovely wife. She's right here in my kitchen.
He's too kind. It was really great to meet him and his wife and his pets and just be able to help them.
I think it helps that when you answer the phone, when people call 303 Law 4040, it makes things, I know calling a lawyer can be scary, but I don't know, your soothing voice just makes it a little bit easier.
Well, I just want to help. That's all. And I know how to do that.
I love the holidays. I always like to wish our listeners happy holidays. Would you like to do so as well?
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful new year.
And I hope you never need us, but just in case, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are your bills keeping you up at night? Imagine using your home equity for a financial reset that helps you to finally get ahead again. At Cake Mortgage, we get it. Life's expensive. Insurance, groceries, and high-interest credit card debt. That's why we created the Cake Fast Cash Home Equity Program. Turn your home into your ATM without touching your existing mortgage rate. Cake Fast Cash is fast. Many clients close in 2 weeks, so call Cake today and pay down high-interest cards, free up cash, or fund home upgrades, and you only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com.
Tune in to Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, cruising through hour number one.
I want to talk about the Denver Broncos defense yesterday, which was an interesting night for Vance Joseph's group. We'll get to that here in just about, call it 12, 13 seconds. There's something in the orange and blue coming to Empower Field in August. Zach Bryan, all right? He is bringing his With Heaven on tour to the Mile High City. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan has your chance to win a pair of tickets to the show on August 13th. All you have to do is download the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app and click on the banner to enter. If you don't have that app, you gotta get the app. It's the most user-friendly on your phone. You can take us everywhere you go. And if you would like to purchase tickets, head to denversports.com/orange for more information. The Broncos' strength was getting mixed reviews last night. How did you think the defense played?
Yeah, the defense, they struggled. They struggled throughout the game, but they did enough to win the game. It comes down to you have to be aggressive. And the Commanders knew that if they were going to win this game, they're going to have to try to control the clock. How do you control the clock? You have to run the football. And for some reason, even with the Denver Broncos bringing pressure, they weren't able to stop the run game. And a lot of times when you bring pressure, you have to get to the running back. You have to bring him down because if you miss that tackle like Hufanga did a couple times, well, you don't have a second line of defense because you have so many people blitzing that once he breaks, he's getting 5, 10, 15 yards. And that was kind of the case throughout that game where the Commanders were able to do enough to sustain drives by running it down their throat, by getting pushed, by sustaining drives to tire and wear down this defense. And so what I would say is the defense definitely bent, but they did not break. They found a way at the end of that game to win it. They were able to get a turnover, make a couple big-time plays, but it wasn't the defense that we're used to watching.
Right.
A dominant performance where they just go out there, get the 3 and outs, get them, the turnovers and the sacks, and it came down to the pass rush was just not there, Zach.
No, and I thought Washington really did a good job of getting that ball out of Mariota's hands.
Yeah.
They highlighted on the broadcast in each half, and they were given the times, of what it was taking seconds-wise to get it out of Mariota's hands. And, I mean, it was quicker than a hiccup. And I actually, so the pass rush, couldn't get home, but I thought that the secondary actually could have done a better job considering the ball's coming out like ASAP.
Yeah.
I thought they would have done a better job making plays on the ball. Not that they didn't make any plays on the ball because they did. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't see Washington producing 419 yards of offense. I didn't see that coming. This is a team in Washington that had lost 6 consecutive games, and during the 6-game losing streak was averaging just 17 points per game. They had been completely inept on offense. But the bye week, whatever they did there during the bye week, it was meaningful.
Well, and there's more context to it because they did get 2 of their playmakers back.
Sure.
And,
no, it's a good point.
McLaurin and Debo Samuel.
That's
which
right.
It helps take pressure off your run game because now you have to respect the pass. You have to respect Scary Terry and what he brings to the table. Zach Ertz has been a guy that's been in and out of the lineup. He's back in the lineup. And Mariota, which a lot of people say, well, he's not a good quarterback. He's a solid quarterback in this league that has played for a long time, that if you give him an opportunity at the right time, right place where he can kind of catch fire, he will make you look like he did last night. I'm not saying he's the greatest quarterback in the world, but he does enough to win games if he is given that opportunity.
Yeah, Phil, I think he's probably like a top 5 backup.
Yeah.
Truly. Something in that vein or variety. He was good, and he can still move. And when he was at Oregon, coming out of Oregon, that guy flew around.
Zach, I mean, the story I have with Mariota in Oregon, because I played against him and they used to just whoop our you-know-whats. I'm going out to pregame. And Alton Stadium's already, it's a bowl shape and it's loud.
Yep.
This is pregame. And I'm jogging out of there. And all of a sudden, Mariota, and this was his Heisman year. I want to say they went to the national championship this year. Mm-hmm. He comes running out and it explodes like he scored a touchdown. And that's how much respect that everybody had for that man. And I had to just sit there and watch him just jog across because he always liked to go to the other side of the field, pray, then come back. And it was like, wow, I can't believe that I'm getting ready to play against Marcus Mariota, although I don't have to go and tackle this man.
Right.
He ends up going in there and tearing us up.
But just him hitting the field drew that sort of.
Yes,
yeah,
that's just like
that's
the
pretty
man
cool.
had a lot of power over there in Oregon.
Yeah, and there he was yesterday, thrown for right around 300 yards, couple touchdowns. Did have the one pick that was one of the worst decisions I saw in the NFL yesterday. I mean, truly. And no,
it was bad.
Think about it. Like, you take that play out, like, Washington could have won that game.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what he was thinking. And Collinsworth on the broadcast, like, man, he's really smart. Usually that was unsmart. I'm like, I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to go with it. That was.
He panicked.
He did panic. And so it wasn't perfect, but I thought he was good. He led them in rushing. He led Washington in rushing. So you're talking about right around 350 yards of offense total from Marcus Mariota.
But see, that's how you slow down a pass rush. Like, that's how you slow down Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito. Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper, they want to pin their ears back and go and get sacks. So when you start to have that RPO option, but you also can run the ball, now it forces Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper to kind of set their feet and make a decision. Are you going for this sack, or are you going to set your feet and try to stop the run? And that's something that was kind of on their mind throughout this game, and it kind of hurt the pass rush because you couldn't just pin your ears back and go and get Marcus Mariota like you really wanted to.
Here is Sean Payton after the game. What did Washington do well against this Broncos defense?
But when the quarterback can extend, it becomes tougher, when you're in some of those zones. So we'll look at it. We talked about it just 5 minutes ago, all the things that we got to make sure that we're cleaning up and getting better so it doesn't bite us later. But everyone fought. It was good.
It was a night where the defense wasn't really fitting up to their tail of the tape billing.
Yeah.
And the offense had to pick it up a little bit, which was you don't want to see the defense struggle, but it is healthy to see one side of the ball pick up the other when the one doesn't have it. And the Broncos going to score 27 points. And I know the Commanders' defense isn't, great shakes, but this offense has struggled against some of the worst defenses in the NFL as well.
That is true.
So to go score 27, I mean, it was what the doctor ordered yesterday, and it's one hand washing the other. And too many times it's been so lopsided and one-sided. Again, I don't want to see the defense struggle.
But it put pressure on the offense.
It did.
It's like, what are you guys going to do now? The defense has struggled. This is the second time this year where the defense has kind of struggled. The Colts game being number one, and then number two, the Commanders. But in both games, the offense actually picked it up. So maybe they needed to put a little bit more pressure where Bo Nix is like, hey, we have to sustain drives. We have to make sure that we're on point, that we're moving the ball, that we're executing at a high level, that we're running the ball when they're asking us to run the ball. It just puts a little bit more pressure when you know that you have to help your defense out because the defense has been helping you out this whole entire year. Now step up and do your part. The Denver Broncos were able to do that.
Well, I love to see it. Washington ended up running 85 plays on offense. That is the sixth most ever faced by the Denver Broncos in their team's history, and I think this is meaningful. Washington started the game going 6 of 7 on third down. They went 2 and 10 after that. So as the game's importance grew, so did the Broncos defensively. Okay, the Broncos capped off something last night that's only been done one other time in the history of pro football, and we'll pass along what it is coming up next.
It took overtime, but the Broncos hung tough and took down the Commanders. With the playoff race tightening up, will Denver maintain its position at the top of the AFC? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right. As you know, winter is here, Denver. And Hermes Worldwide is your ride to all action. Whether you're bundling up to cheer on the Broncos at Empower Field or heading downtown to catch the Avs on the ice or the Nuggets on the court, make sure you get there on time and in style. This holiday season, let Hermes Worldwide handle all the Christmas light tours, festive nights out, and stress-free airport transfers. Leave the traffic and icy parking lots to somebody else. Hermes Worldwide has you covered with their championship-level transportation. Picture this. You and your crew rolling up to the stadium in a sleek, heated vehicle, no parking hassles, no driving worries, just a professional driver ready to get you to and from the game safely. Sounds great, right? Then give them a call today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, give them a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID, or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
I tried point counting, calorie counting, shots, and nothing has worked until Soda weight loss.
Soda weight loss gives you a personal nutritionist you can text anytime.
Everybody's great here. Everybody's encouraging. There were some times where I felt down and they brought me back up. If you stick with this program, you will lose weight and you will get to your goal weight.
When you sign up for Soda weight loss, your partner joins for free.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment. No meds, no gimmicks, just real results with real support.
Remember, sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Go get for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. And they have one of my favorite auctions that's open for bidding right now. That's ending December 3rd at 9 o'clock in the morning. Government Fleet Vehicle and Equipment Auction. This has SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, dump trucks, vans, police vehicles, trailers, various municipality equipment, and so much more. Like I said, it's open for bidding right now, ending December 3rd at 9 o'clock in the morning. Government Fleet Vehicle and Equipment Auction only at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The holidays will be here before you know it, and for many families, that means excitement, but also stress. Between gifts, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out if you qualify. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Hanging out with you on a Reaction Monday, the first day in the month of December. Mr. Phillip Lindsay, that first hour flew by. I don't even think I asked you how you were doing or how Thanksgiving was.
I'm used to it, Zach.
Oh, that's not true.
No, you're always mean to me. No, Thanksgiving was great. And to just sit back and be thankful for what I have, my family, my two beautiful kids, my wife. Like that was just fun watching them. We put up the Christmas tree.
Same.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Same.
Okay, all
Saturday
right. So copying
evening.
me.
Yes.
No, I think that's something you always did, right?
Yeah, always Thanksgiving
Okay,
weekend, just
so,
whether it's on Thanksgiving or the day
We're trying
after.
to figure things out. I think we did it last year. We did it before Thanksgiving, and then this year we did it after Thanksgiving, and they had a blast. Sophia tried to put everything in her mouth, so we had to put a fence up, a baby gate over the Christmas tree, around the Christmas tree, and but it was a great 4 days off.
Yep. I had
How about you, man?
I had a great time. A lot of relaxing, but also accomplished a lot. Lights on the outside of the house.
Oh, you got that done.
I did all the inside stuff. We converted my newly turned 4-year-old's crib into a bed.
Uh-oh.
And if you ever put together a bed, just all the stuff that comes with that. Zootopia 2.
Oh, so did you guys go to the movies
Went to
with
the
that?
theater.
All right.
Oh yes. We were pretty active, but also relaxed a lot and just hung out. But it was a great couple days off. Just fired up to get back in here, and another win. Just
another one.
It's remarkable. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable. This is shaping up to be a magical season for the Broncos. And before we went into the last break, I said the Broncos capped off something last night. It's only been done a couple other times in the history of the sport. The Broncos have now won 4 straight games by 3 points or less. 4 straight by 3 points or less. A 1-point victory last night, a 3-point victory over the Chiefs, a 3-point victory over the Raiders, and a 3-point victory over the Texans. It's tied for the longest streak in the history of pro football. And the Broncos are now 8-2 this season in 1-score games. They have won 8 of those consecutively. So it just
shows you that winning is contagious. Like, you find ways to win when you're around people that believe the same thing you do, that trust the process, that understand what they have to do to play till the end of that whistle. 60 minutes of football to be played, and you never know what's going to happen. And for the Denver Broncos, they have won many different ways, with the defense, with the offense, special teams, in the fourth quarter, overtime, you name it, and they came through in the clutch. And that's what you're asking them to do. Now, can they continue to do this? Can they find a way against the Raiders, though, to not make it as hard as it does, as hard as
it was?
As it was, pretty much, as it was. And just go in there, handle business, and get ready for the next 4 games that you have left. That's what I want to see, is this: when you have an opponent that's not better than you, then finish them off. Don't make it hard. I'm tired of going and scrolling through my phone on Instagram and Twitter and everybody saying they have a heart attack. Let's just enjoy the win, but you need to go through this, because once you get to the playoffs, every play matters, and it may come down to the end of the game, the fourth quarter, overtime, who knows? And the Denver Broncos have been there before.
Right.
So they have that experience that may give them the advantage to get that win.
Well, that's the hope. Experience matters, and Sean will say, hey, experience or confidence can only come from demonstrated ability. You have to go out and do it. And this team has done it over and over and over. Now, have they done it in the playoffs yet? No, but they can't control that. They were probably ahead of schedule a year ago when they lost 31-7. But now they can look at each other with conviction into one of their each of their eyes and saying, hey, we've been here. Man, remember this game? Remember that game? And they just are stacking up to a degree that, like, quite literally has never happened before in the history of NFL football. It's nuts. Now, they're not a perfect team. But their record's damn near perfect. 10-2 is remarkable. And I'll read you a RamosLaw.com text here, 303-713-1043. No, that's not the one I wanted to read. Leading the league in punts, penalties, and 3 and outs. We're going to get waxed when we play a legit team. Well, here's what I would say to that texter. All right, and
put his name on it.
And nope, did not throw their name on it.
Come on.
But 314, I would say this: like, who are the legit teams that you're speaking of? Could it be a team like Philly, who was just in the Super Bowl a year ago because they beat them? Could it be a team like the Chiefs, who was also in the Super Bowl because they just got beat? Could it be a team like You see what a team like Cincinnati did yesterday to Baltimore.
Yeah. That was an ugly one.
That was, but
again, for Cincy, it's like you get your quarterback back.
Right.
And what does it look like?
Right.
You know, for Baltimore, what are you guys doing? Now, I do know that Lamar is dealing with the injury, but you're out there. You're out there. You have to make the plays. Lamar does not look good. The defense that everybody raved about for the Baltimore Ravens does not look good. The run game looks bad. I mean, it's just not going good for Baltimore, just like for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not going good for them either.
No. So, again, like, when you look at the AFC, to that texter saying, hey, you're going to get waxed when you actually play a legit team, I don't know.
Denver Broncos are the legit team. You tell me, let's talk about just the AFC. Let's talk about the AFC right now, Zach. Who is better than the Denver Broncos in the AFC?
No one.
And I actually had to go back and look at it to say, okay, who? The Patriots? No. The Patriots have an easy schedule. Now, of course, it's the NFL. Anything can happen. Every game is hard.
Yeah, 10-2 is 10-2 even for them.
For sure. But for the Denver Broncos, they're more battle-tested.
Agreed.
They have had these dramatic outcomes and came out on top.
And they're
That's
also
what you're looking for.
A year ahead of their arc. They're a new operation with a new coach. Broncos were in the playoffs a year ago as a 10-win team. So while I would proceed with great respect for the Patriots, like, I wouldn't put them in a classification above the Broncos. Jacksonville, below them. I mean, they're having a nice season, but again, would I have them in a classification ahead of Denver? No.
Yeah, Jacksonville is going to be an interesting one. The good thing about Jacksonville is they get to come to us.
Sure.
And it's a Florida team. So they're going to be cold, and you're coming here where we have home field advantage, and we haven't lost here at home yet. So that's going to be an interesting one to look for.
If the Broncos can keep up their winning ways.
Which I'm expecting them to. I mean, right now, they're 10-2 on a 9-game win streak. So I'm going to just continue to, like you like to say, ride this ride, and I'm expecting them to beat the Raiders and then find a way to beat Green Bay at home because it's a home game again, and we're undefeated. But we shall see.
The Ravens, they've lost a game for every game that they've won. You know, the Chargers are hanging around, and they've sort of had the Broncos' number here as of late. But again, that would be an opponent that would likely be coming to Denver. The Colts are coming back down to earth here. Buffalo, your dominant win in Pittsburgh, that was certainly impressive yesterday. But I've been talking to you for a couple months here about that Bills team. They are just, their reputation has outsized who they actually are as a football team right here, right now.
The only team, Zach, that I get a little nervous about, and it would be in the playoffs, would be the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans, because we knocked out their quarterback, C.J. Stroud. What does that look like if he plays the whole game? The defense is starting to come along for them, and they're aggressive, although they're starting to lose more key players. I was watching the game, and there was a key linebacker that got hurt. I don't know what's going to happen to him. But that's a team that you have to watch out for because they've been to the playoffs multiple times now. C.J. Stroud has been to the playoffs
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
Yep.
They'll be going on year 3. Defense is strong. Offense is starting to get things together. That would be a team that makes me a little nervous in the playoffs if that happens.
Well, yeah, I mean, and Kansas City.
Kansas City's another one.
They're going to miss the playoffs.
You think so?
I do.
Oh.
I do. They needed to win that game on Thanksgiving.
They play tonight. No, they don't play tonight.
No, they played at Dallas on Thanksgiving.
They did.
And lost. And they were a favorite.
But see,
Dallas
is strong. They picked up a couple key pieces.
They did.
From free agency, got a little healthier.
They did.
They're strong.
Yeah, they did. And they got the Overshown dude back, who's an animal, and Quinnen Williams at the deadline. And when they play at home, they're going to miss the playoffs. I have no confidence that Kansas City is going to go on this run and be this different version of themselves that we haven't seen at all this year.
Yep.
So, like, if there was ever a year to intersect with a darling like the Broncos, who were not supposed to be or expected to be 10-2, it's literally this year. That's why, like, there's been this real huge issue for the rest of the AFC, who's had really good teams in Baltimore and Buffalo in particular, who have ran up against this dynasty. But there's no more dynasty here. And the teams that have been running up against them are no longer the same version of themselves. So it's on a team like Denver or even Jacksonville or maybe even the Chargers.
It's like, a wacky year. It's a wacky year.
It is.
The only thing that's standing in the Denver Broncos' way, and I know it's corny, it's themselves. if they start messing up, if the defense starts to crumble, if Bo Nix doesn't make the plays that he needs to make and he starts turning the ball over more, if the special teams kind of goes back to what it was at the beginning of the year, and Sean Payton doesn't call a good game offensively, like then we're going to have issues. But as long as they're getting better, which the Denver Broncos seem to be getting better offensively and special teams-wise, defense is going to have to pick it up a little bit more. They struggle against the Commanders, but it's a one-off game. They have a chance to win it all, or they can hurt themselves and lose because of what they don't do.
Yeah, no, you don't sound corny to me. You don't sound corny to me at all. In fact, that they could be one of the biggest, roadblocks in their own way if they have one of these stinkers, especially offensively. I think, despite last night, I still think I more often than not know what I'm going to get from this defense.
Yes. Yeah.
The offense sometimes can be a bit trickier, but another win for the Broncos, another crazy game for the Broncos. And Sean Payton was asked about the craziness of that game.
It's the first time for me, I don't know how many years as a head coach, where I took the quarterback to helmet out, and then there's that flag on the field, and we.
And just real quick, to pause it, when he says that, he says, I'm taking the quarterback to helmet out. He's talking about his direct line of communication. Like you see these coaches as the clock's winding down in college or NFL, they take the headset off because the game's over and they hand it to like the get back guy or whoever. He did that. Sean Payton did that yesterday, not knowing that the game was going to keep on going. And that dude's been coaching for a long time. He's never done that. Here's more Sean.
Didn't get the sack, and the interference was called. So that's never happened before. So, yeah, there was a lot of back and forth with that game. It's a great game to win. It's a tough one to lose. I just finished telling these guys, I can recall, like, the journey of a good team season involves games like this, and then you believe you can do it again. But I can remember that 2009 season, having a game here. You guys can look it up. We were down a bunch of points and came back and won in overtime and almost like wanted to sprint in the locker room and shower so they couldn't make us come back. So give those guys credit. Washington, that's a team that's got playoff pedigree now. Dan's done a great job. They were in the postseason last year. They've had some injuries. They were a handful tonight.
And they were a handful.
Yeah.
And these games in that league, and yesterday is such a great example of it, as 7 different games were upsets yesterday. And teams that we have crowned, well, the Rams are the Rams are the best. Yeah, we've been trying to figure it out. They're getting beat by Carolina.
Yeah, right at the end there.
It's crazy. This league is crazy. So each of these games take on a life of their own. So yeah, Washington, they hadn't won a game in about 2 months. They had been.
But there's context to it.
Of course.
For us, we know this because we're doing the research. We're watching these games. For the Commanders, it comes down to this: like they've been injured. Their best quarterback, their best player, has not been available. Their best weapon, Terry McLaurin, has not been available. Deebo Samuel, another weapon, has not been available. Defensively, they've been banged up. And they're one of the oldest teams in the league, which I still don't understand why they didn't start cutting ties with some of these players and start to get a little younger. They decided to stay with the same team, thinking they can do it all, win it all again, and it came back and bit them in the butt. And now you have a team out there that's not as athletic, and you have and the defense is forced to play one coverage, which is zone, and Denver was able to eat it up. So there's context to the Commanders and why their season hasn't been as good as it should be. But also, you got to go out there and win, and Denver Broncos did that.
That's it. And that the overtime was crazy, and so often the Broncos have played on national TV, and the NFL community just starts hating the Broncos because of how frustrating it's been. Like this for a few years, just how frustrating their offense can be. And you have all these people from coast to coast like making fun. Well, forget the fans, the announcers twice this year have been making fun of the game that they're doing, which I have never heard of before.
But they were fed up with it.
They were.
I'm tired of this.
They had Kurt Warner tweeting in a commercial break, I can't believe I'm doing a game that doesn't have a forward pass or hasn't some version of that.
I can't believe they have me here right now.
I mean, and it's been more than that instance. But last night it was cool because the Broncos were in a high leverage game in overtime that had a bunch of just crazy plays and wacky calls and bounces and all this stuff that everyone pretty much was like unanimously agreeing, like that game was crazy. I'm glad I watched it. And that hasn't happened too often with these Broncos.
And for the players, for the fans, it's like, I'm glad I watched it. For the players, it's like, if you're on the winning side, I'm glad I won that game. Let's just get out of here. I'm not going to think twice about this game. Let's move on to the next, because it is wacky. And things could have turned bad for the Denver Broncos if the flags didn't get in the way, or if Mariota hits that running back at the end of the game. Like, who knows what happens?
How about the Benito bat down?
Oh, man.
Unbelievable. If he doesn't get his hand on that, I think the Commanders win.
Yes, they definitely win. It was a well-designed play. It was man coverage, getting that running back out there, leaking out to the end zone. And if Mariota just gets it up, then we're sitting here saying something different, upset and mad at the defense probably because they didn't get it done.
Yeah, but just wacky. I mean, the Broncos get the ball, they march right down the field, and what seemed like too good to be true. It's like, holy smokes, they just went. And then, the play to Evan Ingram. I mean, we got to see him open up with the ball in his hands for, I think, the first time this year. And he does a really nice job after he catches it of just getting right upfield.
Yep, getting vertical.
But like that was, I saw that one other time here in Denver, and it was the preseason week number 2 against the Arizona Cardinals.
That's what you've been waiting for.
On the second play of that preseason game, he took it up the right sideline. Like, I haven't really seen that, but man, when he opens it up with some room to run, he is a thoroughbred. And that was, we've been waiting for this guy to really be on the scene.
He's that stallion there, baby.
He was, man.
He's a big body too.
He is.
And he has the speed of like getting vertical. He does have some speed to him. And I'm glad Bo Nix checked to that route though. That was the thing right there. That was the deciding factor of a big time play, was Bo Nix recognizing the coverage and saying, "Hey, look, I'm giving you an opportunity to beat Bobby Wagner, who is do you think he'll go to the Hall of Fame?"
I'd have to.
Damn good.
No,
14 seasons.
I'd have to check his resume.
Okay, he has a Super Bowl. I want to say 10 Pro Bowl appearances, 6 All-Pro, something along those lines.
If what you're saying is true, then yeah, he's got a great Hall of Fame piece.
And so like that man has a chance to go to a Hall of Fame, and you're putting him on an island because he's old, he can't cover anymore. Bo Nix did a great job of that, of giving his tight end, who's more athletic, an opportunity. Evan Ingram takes advantage of it. He doesn't drop it this time.
Yeah.
Takes advantage of it. 41 yards, sets up for a game-winning touchdown for R.J. Harvey. Like, you have to love this stuff.
1,000% a Hall of Famer, by the way,
Okay.
Bobby. 1,000%. But he was also, talking about Ingram, he was massively instrumental at the end of the half 2-minute drill. Not 1, not 2, but 3 catches leading up to that Sutton touchdown. That doesn't happen without Evan Ingram. And so he had his best game. I feel like he personally needed it just about as much as anyone on the Broncos offense. That's a every Sunday player.
Confidence booster.
Yeah, big time. And a confidence booster maybe from a play calling standpoint or a quarterback standpoint in him. Because let's be honest, Evan Ingram hasn't been all peaches and cream here with him and catching the ball. And now,
even in the game, he dropped a couple where it's like, Evan, what are you doing? Like you got to catch it.
Well, there was one, yes. There was another when social media was all over him when he was on the right side and he was wide open and Bo kind of threw it at his feet and people wanted him to catch it at his shoelaces. Like,
oh,
yeah,
Zach,
maybe
you're a little soft on that one.
He probably could have, but like, dude, there's so much field around Evan Ingram. Bo, just put it on his numbers.
Yeah,
like,
I understand. Like, Bo, put it on his numbers, but for Evan, it's like, dude, you got to catch it.
That's more on Bo than Ingram. That particular play was more on Bo than Ingram, in my opinion. But hey, what did you make of the run game?
I mean, Zach, is it safe to say they did enough? Because what I mean by that is they picked up a couple chunk plays that can keep a defense honest. They picked up the touchdowns in the goal line. Which
When you say
matters
chunk
the most.
plays, like define chunk play.
14 yards. There was a 14-yard run.
Typically, people describe explosive plays as 15 or 20.
Okay, so
there was a 14-yard run. There was, and it was a good run. It was a good run by Jaleel.
Was it Jaleel? I think it was RJ. RJ had the 9.
No.
RJ had the 9.
11. RJ's long was 11 on his first carry.
Yes, first carry. So it was the 11-yard run.
Jaleel had the 14-yard
run. Not good enough. Like, definitely, like, please don't mistake what I'm saying. It is not good enough. But they did enough in the goal line to score the touchdowns, and they did enough to keep the defense honest. Although Commanders went zone all day, they didn't have anything else. It was just like, hey, let's just play zone and call it a day. If we're going to lose, we're going to lose like that. But not good enough. Like, it has to get better. And what I will say is Sean did a great job of being more creative. There were pullers. There were opportunities out there that RJ and even Jalil did not take advantage of. And maybe it's just about getting into a rhythm, but it's not good enough there. Are you happy I said it? What did you think of the run game?
I mean, it wasn't very good. Again, it's not close to good enough, which you just said, so I agree with you. It was good to see Bo a little bit of a willing runner a couple times there and gaining some extra yardage, particularly with the one when the whole second level was vacant. He just took 11 yards. That's free candy there. But in general, man, I mean, how many yards from running backs?
I mean, RJ had 35. You had Jalil at 24.
35 plus 24 is 59 yards.
Yeah.
I believe that's exactly what they ran for as a group last week or in their last win against Kansas City. I think it was 59 yards.
Yep, it was.
So, yeah, I mean, Cecil told us a week or two ago that the average yards per game for a Super Bowl champion since the year 2001, I want to say, it's 114 yards a game. This is almost half of that, what we're seeing here recently.
It's definitely not good enough, especially when you have a team, like I just said, playing zone, and it's called two-gapping, guys, where the defensive front, they're not rushing to sack the quarterback. They're just sitting there. So as a running back, when you see something like that and you set it up the right way, you end up with explosive plays. If this was J.K. Dobbins, let's just keep it real. J.K. probably goes over 100 yards on a team like this.
I agree with you.
A Commanders team that is struggling. Total defense, I think they're 31st.
Yep.
They have struggled to tackle. And so for R.J. Harvey, he ran hard. I will give him that. He did run hard.
But that is for me like one of the lower forms of complimenting a running back when you don't have much else to point to. You're like, I'll give him this. Man, on Sunday Night Football, he ran hard. It's
what I wanted
at a certain
see,
point, we need to see the production, particularly from him.
I agree.
Been talking about this for months. He's not a down starting running back.
Sean can help him out by having consecutive runs. Give him more runs, like at the same, like 1, 2. If it's 31, run it again. Like give him the chance to get into a rhythm. Then we can sit here and say, hey,
Man,
he's
Phil,
just not it.
But he's.
I mean, there's
week
times
after
they'll
week,
run the
though.
ball and they'll break for the 9 yards.
Okay.
Yeah, the 9 yards.
All right. Usually when we say break, it's like you're running for a legitimate
distance.
distance.
So what is a 9-yard run?
That's a really nice run.
All right,
honestly.
So you run for a nice 9-yard run.
Yeah.
Then you would go give him the ball again. But there's a lot of times where Sean's like, okay, I'm going to put it in Bo's hands because Sean likes to pass the ball. Let this young man get into a rhythm. I'm not saying he's going to be this greatest running back ever. But I'm saying is let's see what he can do. And then if he gets the consecutive carries, or let's just say 15, 16 carries like J.K. would get, and it's not happening, then we can move on. But who else are we moving on to?
Jalil.
Were you kind of scratching your head?
Dude.
Because Jalil didn't get the ball until, the second half?
Correct. But Jalil is not God's gift to the running back position. But he might be the best thing that the Broncos have in that room right now.
I can't believe you're saying Jalil's name because last year you were like, get Jalil out of here. Now you're saying bring Jalil back.
I never said get Jalil out of here. That's like a big statement. I've never said that about Jalil. But I've said, hey, I've been critical of saying, hey, if you're a speed guy, we need to see the speed on display at some point, which we didn't the entire year. So yes, I was critical while you gave him a pass.
Oh,
so
and now you're calling, please Jalil, come back.
No, I'm not saying please come back. I'm saying, hey, this guy hits the line of scrimmage with at least some fervor and some juice. RJ Harvey just doesn't, and maybe he will, maybe he won't. But right now, he's not.
Hey, man, my man had 2 touchdowns.
He did, but yeah, there's context to that. He's not even touched.
2 touchdowns.
I know, but the context, the touchdown production, if you're not watching the games, is loud. But when you watch RJ Harvey run on a down-to-down basis, man, there's just not a lot of juice there.
I agree. You have to feel. Right? You want to be able to feel your running back or a receiver, be explosive. RJ Harvey, you're not feeling him right now. And yes, he did get the 1-yard touchdowns. Now, for a running back that's sitting behind him, you're a little upset. if you're Jaleel, you're saying, hey, I could have done that.
Sure.
And honestly, that can help you get a contract. I mean, Melly Mel was notorious for going in there and getting those 1-yard touchdowns where you're sitting there saying, well, damn, like, give me an opportunity to do my dance.
And Sean always gives him the R.J. Harvey.
Oh, Sean is going to definitely give him the R.J. Harvey.
And that's when Dobbins was the 5th leading running back in the league.
And
he was
that
getting
is true.
pulled out, and Harvey would go in and get the glory.
Because that's Sean's
That's his guy. That's his guy.
You draft somebody in the 2nd round, you're trying to show everybody that this is the reason why we drafted him. R.J. Harvey is getting the touchdowns, which is pretty amazing. I want to say, four touchdowns on the ground, 4 receiving.
Yeah.
So he's getting the touchdowns. Now he needs to start putting the yards out on that football field so that he can be this running back that everybody wants to see out of R.J. Harvey.
Yeah, he's got an explosive rush rate defined by 10 yards or more of 4%. So third lowest mark in the NFL amongst running backs with at least 50 carries. Not close to good enough. It's got to get better. Time will tell if it actually will. I saw something last night, Mr. Phillip Lindsay, or this weekend rather, that made me say, thank goodness this one guy isn't around Bo Nix and the Broncos. That's next.
Fresh off their bye week, the Broncos beat the Commanders and recorded their 9th straight win. With a pivotal stretch of games ahead, Sean Payton and Bo Nix have the offense dialed in and ready for a playoff push. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Colorado's favorite appliance store is celebrating huge savings during our Black Friday sale going on now. Hi, I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Craft your dream kitchen and save up to $4,400 on select KitchenAid appliance packages. Enjoy special financing and our price match guarantee with exclusive offers you won't find at big box stores. Visit us today and experience the difference. When you think appliances, think Mountain High Appliance.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you. Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. I'm going to be blunt. If your windows are drafty, sticking, or leaking, cold nights are costing you money. In January, they'll cost you even more. Window prices are going up. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton is locking in 2025 pricing, but orders must be placed by December 31st. Don't let the 2026 price increase punch you in the wallet. Order by December 31st or you're paying 2026 prices. Go to windowsforyourhome.com or call them at 303-794-0490.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
At Berg Simpson, we are passionate about what we do. We bring that passion and our expertise to the office and courtroom every single day. We're always working hard and are committed to doing everything we can to give our clients the best opportunity to have a great result.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. It's not just a slogan, it's who we are.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. We carry true treadmills. They are the smoothest, quietest, and best warranted treadmills ever built for the home. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose, from the safety and comfort of your own home. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Happy holidays, Colorado. This is David Chemansky with U.S. Mortgages, and after 30 years, we could not be more thankful and grateful to this great state and all the people who have contacted us and trusted us for their loan needs. Remember to take time to reflect on what matters most this holiday season, like family, friends, and God. We are in such a blessed country, and we all have so much to be thankful for. So from all of us to all of you, thank you and happy holidays.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Jacob's Law, 303-LAW-4040.
It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. 1. All righty, man. I saw something this weekend that made me say, thank goodness this one guy isn't around a developing Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. Did you see Jerry Jeudy losing it on Shedeur Sanders on the sideline?
Oh, Zach, I saw. I'm like, what are you doing, Jerry? This is Shedeur's second game. Rookie you're talking about.
He was trying to embarrass him.
Trying to embarrass him when you guys are already embarrassing. You guys aren't winning games.
Right.
And you're going at this young quarterback that needs confidence that you're trying to build a relationship with. Come on, dude. Grow up. When are you going to grow up?
Yeah, there you go.
And somebody needs to put him in his place. And I can't say Myles Garrett because he's out there playing at the time.
Right.
Because it's offense. Myles Garrett's on the defense. Offense is sitting there on the sideline. A coach needs to step in. Somebody needs to step in and get Jerry Jeudy right. For Jerry Jeudy, you have everything you wanted. You had the Pro Bowl last year. You have all the money. And yet you're still sitting here going at this young man and young players. For what? Try to win a game. Help them out. Catch the ball. How about not fumble the ball?
I was just saying, like you just fumbled last weekend. You have the highest drop rate of any wide receiver in the NFL. And you've been dropping footballs. Going back to your Denver days, I've never seen a wide receiver drop 5 balls in one game, but I saw it against the Chargers with my own eyes. And
where's the blue folder at, Zach? You got the blue folder?
It's in there.
All right, it's ready.
Jeudy is... Look, I've been behind this microphone for 9 football seasons. I'm not in the business of calling people names.
No.
I'm not in the business of shooting my mouth saying, hey, this guy sucks. That guy sucks. This guy's at fill in the blank, name. But Judy's a turd, man. Judy's a turd.
Damn.
And I heard someone, and I shared this on the air last summer within the Denver Broncos, that if I said his name, you guys would know him, and off the field